Hello everybody, it is Saturday night at 7 o'clock Eastern, and this is Mary with Stamps-N-Lingers, and I hope y'all are having a really good weekend so far. It's only halfway over, so you've still got all of tomorrow. Since we're all sitting at home most of the time, I don't know that Monday will be much different. Maybe you have to turn on that computer. I did that for a long time, and I get what it feels like. All right, so let me go ahead and just do a refresh off to the left here and be sure that I'm actually transmitilating, because otherwise I'm just talking out into the ether webs and there's really not much point in that. So it looks like I'm getting what has become the normal blurry screen. I don't know why that is. Truly don't. It's weird. It's like I've got this little window off to the left that has my video, but my actual post that I started is not doing anything. So anyway, I see some folks are joining. Hi, Robbie. Appreciate you watching. Hey, Karen. How are you? Thank you for your card today. I got it and it's lovely. And I really appreciate you thinking about me at this time. Hi, Jean. How are things down in Florida? Patty. Nice to see you too. Hi, Mary. Appreciate you joining from California. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Linda. All right. So we got some folks coming on. We've got a pretty easy little card. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Jennifer. Fran. Barbara. Nice to see you tonight. I hope you're having a really good weekend. Hi, Alicia. All right, so I don't know what you guys have been doing today. I've been out gardening and making cards and just generally doing Saturday things. So let us switch our brains to card mode right now. Hi, Julie, how are you? Great to see you. Yes, it was Happy Mail, Karen. Thank you. So this is the card that I gave you the not very enlightening peek of this morning. It uses the Witty Cisms stamp set, this cute little chinchilla doodle. And it's a happy birthday card, so it says happy birthday on the inside, because otherwise, how would you know it was a birthday card if it didn't say so? And I have also used the Thoughtful Bloom stamp set, really for the flowers, and the small bloom punch. Remember, these two items are only available during celebration. So let me explain that. This Thoughtful Blooms is available for free with a $50 purchase between now and the end of the day on the 31st of March, which is like, what, Tuesday, maybe Wednesday? And I suspect this one will go away, never to be seen again. Now, the small bloom punch that matches the flowers in this set, rumor has it that this punch will be available in the next annual catalog. Whether that is actually true or not, like I said, it is the rumor, and we're all believing it and really hoping for that, because I really like this little punch. I'm a punch person. I love punches. There's no doubt about it. Anywho, you can get this punch right now for free with a $100 purchase. You know, even if it does come in the next catalog, it will not be free. It's probably going to be in the $18 to $20 range. So just have to kind of look. You can get some things for $100 and then get this for free, or you can wait and purchase this when it goes on sale with the annual catalog. And of course, I've also got some of the new Ornate Garden Specialty DSP. I've decided to use this Flowerties paper. On the other side is some gold embossed flowers that are really perfect for coloring. This will be available on the 1st of April, which is exactly one day after celebration ends. Weird how that worked out, huh? All right, so let's go ahead and get started, shall we? I'm going to set this aside. Let me see who else is here. If I don't acknowledge you, it's just because you've said hello and it's scrolled out of my sight, and I am apologizing for that. Hey, Faith. Hi, Eunice. Hi, Rosie. Hi, Jerry. Nice to see you guys. Okay, we are going to use the Stampin' Write marker to rubber technique today. And if you don't know what that is, it means that instead of using an ink pad to color my stamp, I'm going to use a Stampin' Write marker. Hence, marker to stamp or marker to rubber technique. And the reason I'm doing this is kind of, well, it's not even twofold, it's onefold. I want this little dude all by himself on the circle. You can see that he's by himself. And so the easiest way, you could either mask this out with sticky notes or scotch tape or whatever, or you can do this technique that I'm going to show you. And I'm going to show it to you again, making the cut out sentiments. Okay, so hang on. 29 November. Oh, what? On my grid paper is a note that says 29 November. Maybe 29 March? I don't know. I don't see a 29 November. What are you watching, Julie? All right, so let me show you how to do this. I've got just a piece of cardstock. It's Whisper White cardstock. And I know that I'm going to cut it out. This is the second to largest, so one in from the largest of the circle stitched dies. And so I know that I want this little chinchilla dude roughly there. So that's where I'm going to stamp him, so I've got room to wiggle around. So I'm going to pick up the Stamp-N-Lingers. Now, I have to say, a Stamp-N-Lingers is like the singularly best tool for this marker to rubber technique, okay? So let me show you what I'm going to do. I am using my Early Espresso Stampin' Write marker, and I'm using the brush tip end, and all I'm doing is coloring just the chinchilla. Now, I arbitrarily decided that he was going to be stamped in Early Espresso and colored in crumb cake, and mostly I did that because it goes really nicely with my paper. Now, I gotta tell you, I think maybe chinchillas are gray, but I'm not really sure. So, this chinchilla is Early Espresso and crumb cake. Okay, so now I have, I've colored the entire stamp. Just the image that I want. You can see I have left the sentiment completely open, and I'm just kind of blowing on it a little bit to reactivate that ink, and then I'm going to stamp it down. Now, I got a good image that I'm happy with, but because the Stamp-N-Lingers is so stinking cool, if I didn't like it, I'd be ready to rock and roll and re-ink and stamp again until I got it how I liked, okay? So let me go ahead and cut this out. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place my die about there and cut out that circle die. So hang on just 1 second. Still looks like November. I'm gonna put that right there. See if it still looks like November. Maybe I wrote a little fast. Wait a minute, let me fix that. This is i.e. tomorrow. It's tomorrow. Okay, so let me go ahead and get this cut out. We did a bunch of planting today. Well, actually, what we did was a lot of dirt making and some planting. But we're almost done. This evening when we fed, I transplanted my I have a yellow crooked neck squash plant going that I got started. My spaghetti squash plant did not start well at all in my little kit, in my little starting tray. So I'm going to plant it by seed tomorrow. And then I also have some green beans that need to be planted. Okay, let's go ahead and set this aside. And while I've got the Stamp-N-Lingers, I'm going to go ahead and do my sentiment. So let me clean off my stamp set a little bit. I'm going to clean it off a little bit. Probably don't need to, because we really don't care about the chinchilla right now anymore. But it does make it tidier and looks like, you know, I'm a pro and stuff. Yes, I must be a pro. And then I'm just going to move it up here. Okay, now I want, as you could see from the, it's so blurry. How come it's so blurry? I don't know why it's blurry. I don't know why it's blurry. Is it really blurry? I'm sorry. I don't know why. I have no idea why, because I don't understand what Facebook is doing these days. Anyway, we'll talk about it at the end. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my terracotta tile and my mossy meadow, and I'm going to color Relax and in mossy meadow. And then I'm going to color Chinchilla Out. That's like Peace Out, or wait, or Peace Out. Is it Peace Out? It must be Peace Out. But it's Chinchilla Out. I think it's really more like Chill Out, but Chinchilla Out. Get it? Okay. So I'm just coloring the Chinchilla Out and the exclamation point with the terracotta tile marker. And then I just blew on it as before, and we're going to stamp it. Okay, I'm going to redo the Mossy Meadow version because I don't really like the image that I got. Okay, that's a mo better. And then I think, because now I'm really happy with the Mossy Meadow version, now I will be happy with the terracotta version, so I'm going to just color it again. Let me tell you how hard, almost impossible one could say, this would be to do without a Stamp-N-Lingers. Just throwing it out there. Because the chances of ever getting it back in the same place are slim to none, and Slim has a train ticket out of town. Okay, so I'm done with that. I'm going to set this aside, let this dry while I play with Mr. Chinchilla. Mr. Chinchilla. No blurring. So are most people getting a good image? I hope most people. Okay, good. Me too? I don't know what that means. Me too, it's blurry, or me too, we don't understand how Facebook works, or yeah, I got nothing. Okay, so I'm going to use my combo pack of my Crumb Cake Stampin' Right marker. No, these are blends. And I'm just going to first come back and kind of color him in all over his little self with the light one. Mary needs a new blends pack. This one's getting tired and a little bit dry and a little bit raggedy, but that's okay. It's still gonna do what I need it to do. And I'm just gonna do a little bit of shading here, not a lot. I mean, he's a cartoon chinchilla, hello? And let's see, I'll switch to the bullet end to do my light blending, I think. He's a cartoon chinchilla. How hard are you gonna work to make it look realistic? I mean, just really. Okay, and then I'm gonna color over the nice little marks that the Stampin' Up! Designers gave us, because they are awesome that way. And we'll give them another little color like this. Remember, you do not have to actually use the dark version of the combo packs. If you just go over the color several times with the same light or dark, you can really change the depth of the color just like that without using that second blend. That's just my really technical artist tip for you. Okay, there we go. Color his foot, Mary. Color his little foot. Color his little foot. Okay, so everybody's doing pretty good. I'm hoping that's a true thing, so good. Yay! Okay, now I'm going to switch gears over to the Thoughtful Blooms set. And I'm going to just, without having any of my flowers done, I'm going to stamp a couple of these little images. Now, I decided, I'm pretty sure this is supposed to have flowers on the ends, like a stem, but I've made it more like a bough or like a twig in an arrangement because I can, and that's what I wanted to do. So I'm going to take my old olive and I'm going to stamp it and some leaves, and to be quite honest, they may get covered up when I get the flowers going, but it won't matter. It'll be okay, Tammy. Okay, Tammy. I don't know why I said that. That was kind of weird. I'll put one right there. Okay. And then I've got a little leaf outline and a little fill leaf outline. So I'm going to put a couple of those in here just because, again, I can. Because I have them, and why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't you put in a leaf if you had a leaf, is all I'm saying. Just throwing it out there. Have leaf, will stamp. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, now I'm going to take some Parapazzazo and use the fill in. Okay, now the only hard part about this is make sure you get it, aimed the same way, because it does have a larger side and a smaller side, or end. Maybe end is the word I was actually looking for. And then you can line it up. Again, when you're doing two steps like this, it really helps if you stamp the darker image first, because then it makes it a whole lot easier to line up your fill image. So In most cultures, Mossy Meadow is darker than Pear Pizzazz, and so that's what I did first. Okay, there, done. Now, let me go ahead and... Hey, Lois, nice to see you today. How are you? I hope everyone is healthy. I should have started out like that instead of just diving right in. How rude. Okay, now, what I was trying to say, you see it's like a bunny. Oh, chinchilla went by. Yeah. So what I meant to say is I hope everybody's healthy. I hope everybody is safe. I hope mostly that everybody is staying home and social isolating themselves. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere this on the side of my card front, which is a piece of that Ornate Garden DSP. And then I'm going to trim off the edges to make it have a flat side. Some of you who play with challenges will recognize this challenge, although I have flipped the sketch. I'm just going to put it right there like that. It doesn't have to have a lot off of the edge. Just a little bit. Ah, good on you, Tanya. Yes, the Stamparatus is awesome. Hi, Tish. Appreciate you joining. Hi, Donna from Canada. So here's a question. I always think this. Why are people from Canada called Canadians? Wait, never mind. That didn't work out. It sounded different in my head, so I'm just going to just forget I didn't even start it. Yeah, I don't know what I was going for there. Wow. Maybe I was out in the pollen too long today. Okay, so here's how you do this. I know that my card front is 3 7/8 inch wide because that's what I cut it to. So what I'm going to do to trim this off perfectly is I'm going to put this other corner at the 3 7/8 inch mark on my Stampin' Trimmer. And then when I cut it, in theory, using the cutting blade, not the score blade, it will cut that little piece off perfectly. Just like that. As advertised. Isn't that amazing? Okay, let's put this away. And then I'm going to adhere this to a petal pink mat. Now, there is no petal pink in this DSP, but I believe that petal pink goes very, very well with it, because I think when you lighten up terracotta tile, which is what those colors are right there in the center, it looks like petal pink to me. That's my story, and I am sticking to it. But I can assure you petal pink does look quite fine with this paper. It does. It really, really does. It really, really does. Hey, welcome to the House of Children. I don't know what that means, but perhaps you will explain. I don't know what that means. Okay, so just lining that up and adhering it with my liquid glue. Okay, so we're getting there. Now, going back to my sentiment, what I'm gonna do, don't be scared, Amy. I'm gonna do a little fussy cutting. This is like the easiest fussy cutting ever, just saying. All I am doing is cutting out the words, okay? Each word on its own, individually, with liberty and justice for all. No, that was not right. Okay. So I'm trying to make them it isn't that they're going to all be the same size, because obviously they won't. What I'm trying to do when I do these kinds of things is try to make the margin around the words about the same. Does that make sense? So, like I would try to keep the distance between my cut edge and the top of this L about the same as it is on the bottom of the letter. Okay, so I've got relax, and now we're going to get chinchilla. Oh, you're overrun with children. Oh, I gotcha. Because everybody's kids are home. Yeah, I know that had to be a culture shock. Because it's like summer that has no end in sight, right? I like kids. Let's be real. I do like kids, but I like them even better when they're at your house. Just saying. Okay, so then I've got these done. And that's easy peasy, nice and squeezy. I'm going to take my, this is a Petal Pink Stampin' Write marker, and with the brush end, it's been a minute since I've done this, I'm holding the brush end perpendicular to my cut, and I'm just giving it a little brush. And to me, that finishes a little bit and gives it a, this is where it starts and this is where it stops. So when it goes on the card, I think it pops a little better. And of course, we're going to put it on dimensionals, so it will pop even more. All right, but it takes an extra little second, and I think it adds just a little bit of oomph to your card front. Okay, so trust me, do this. Be like me, do that. Okay, here we go. Okay. Alrighty then, now using my handy tweezers, Yes, Amy, yes, Amy, yes, Amy. There is easy fussy cutting, and this is so it. All right, and now I'm going to use my tweezers to lay out where my sentiment is going to be. And I think it's going to be just like that, very similar to my prototype, like so. And I'm going to pull out my little pieces of dimensionals and pop all those on. Okay, so let's do that. That's not tedious at all. Okay, just put, I think, 1 on each one of those, 2 on chinchilla. Chinchilla deserves 2. We'll get them all on, then I'm going to lay it back in place, and then we'll adhere it. And then we're going to make some flowers. We're going to make us some flowers. Isn't that nice? We'll make us some flowers. 7, 5, and 3, so they are each other's friends. There you go. Hi, Elizabeth. Nice of you to join. We aren't going to do that one first, Mary. Don't be a dork. Okay, here we go. There's relax. I'm sure that's relax because it's the only one left. It has to be relax. It just must. Now, if you think about it, you could actually make this card with almost any of the colors or the papers in the Ornate Garden. I like that it is such a versatile paper. And it's pretty. It's kind of old-fashioned-y, isn't it? I like kind of those old-fashioned colors on this DSP. Very pretty. Good thing you're cutting those dimensionals in half. I know. I would have had to if I wasn't, right? Because this is, that's how it is. This is just that right size to be cut in half. And then we'll do chinchilla out. I really like doing sentiments with these little cut pieces like this, but not every sentiment and card works out like that. Okay, so there we go. All right, so that's that. Let me go ahead and make us some flowers using the flowers in the Thoughtful Bloom stamp set. Okay, so I've got a couple of things already mounted on my acrylic blocks. Most specifically, I'm going to use this, that's an outline of a flower, and then the fill. And I'm going to use terracotta tile to make my outlines. And I want 3 flowers, so I'm going to do 2 with the terracotta tile outline. Here's a tip. The bloom punch, like the other flower punches, has a straight up and down petal at the 6 o'clock. So when you stamp your cardstock, if you will put one of the petals straight up and down and close-ish to the edge, close-ish, that's a term, to the edge, then it will make your punching much easier. So I'm going to do that twice. And then I'm going to take my Petal Pink stamp set. Yes, Faith, it is very pretty. Ends up being 2 against 1, but the 2 change periodically, sir. Everybody gets a chance to be the bad guy, the one that's being picked on. So I'm just taking my, I'm just stamping the fill image in Petal Pink and lining it up as best as I can without putting my giant noggin in the way. And then we're going to do that twice, like so. And then I'm going to do that one more time, and I'm going to have one flower that is all petal pink. Okay, so now I've got a couple of the little fill images, and I'm going to use terracotta tile to fill one of them. Actually, I'm going to use it on this one. No, I'm going to use this again here. But on this one, instead of lining up its petals with the other petals, I'm going to line them up with the spokes, like, that makes sense? Okay. And then I'm using this other one because it's cute, and I'm going to use it in the middle of my petal pink flower, like so. Okay. And we'll set those aside and close up the ink so that I don't make a mess. Hey, Karen. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Hopefully I'll get some Merryisms out. And then we're going to attempt to cut out these flowers with my small bloom punch as evenly as I can. Because it's really, really embarrassing when you have a really, really easy punch and a really, really easy image, and then you mess it up. That is embarrassing. I'm just telling you, it's embarrassing. I don't care who you are, that is embarrassing. Okay, one more, and we'll be ready to go. See, look, I was trying to do it right now. All of a sudden, my brain said, I have no idea where the middle is. Okay, all right. Now, before you joined, I used the leaf punch, which is a punch in the annual catalog. Okay, small blooms is, small bloom is in the celebration flyer. Leaf punch is in the annual catalog. And I cut out 2 leaves from mint macaron and 1 from old olive. And what I'm really gonna do is I'm just gonna put those above the circle like that. And then this guy, I'm gonna let him overlap like that. What I don't want is him covering up my chinchilla. And I don't want him sitting too far off of the edge of my card front. So what you can do is put your card base like this. So just lay it on top. And then you can see how much room you've got for, I'm not gonna say overlap because it's more like offlap. So I'm gonna offlap this a little bit. You can see how far you can go like that, okay? And then play with it like so. And then do a quick dry fit. I think we'll do like that and like that. And then this one is going to end up being popped up. Hey, Dawn. Popped up with a Stampin' Dimensional. Yes, I do believe that will work right there. Okay. And we'll take those off. And then we're going to do a little adhering with some liquid glue like this. So leave that on there, Mary, because that way you don't make a mistake. I mean, the worst that'll happen is you'll crunch up your leaf when you put it in your envelope, and that's never any fun, right? We don't want to do that. Okay. So now I'm going to attempt to do wrong-handed gluing. Wrong-handed gluing. Pick them up like that. Put a little glue on the backs, like so. And we'll stick those back on like that. There. Gunske. Hangover. Hangover could be a good word, except, you know, it's got such a negative connotation, really. Okay, so we're going to put it like that. Well, maybe that's not as bad as hungover. Except if I have a hangover, that means I'm crafting while hungover. Oh, you guys, I got to tell you, I sent this link to Julie, and this is completely not card related at all. There's a dude on YouTube, and he's from Finland. His name is Ismo, I-S-M-O, and he's a stand-up comic. And the one my mom sent me was a Finnish person struggling with the English language and the hardest word in the English language. And the one on that one was the word no. And then he does one where the word is ass. And it's so funny because his inflection and the way he presents it is just as funny as it can be. Hi, Jane. So look him up, I-S-M-O. You won't be sorry, you'll be happy that you did. Okay, and then we're going to do this last one with a dimensional because I have not used quite enough yet. All right, here we go. Now you can see how artistic I was with these. See how I did the two stripies like that and then not stripy in the middle like that? That's so cool. Okay, and then I'm going to take a champagne rhinestone jewel and put one in the middle of each flower, like so, like so, and like so. And then I'm going to put two more on the card, on the art right here. But I have to get another one from my new pack. Funny finish, not funny fin, correct. He's a funny Phoenician. He's a Phoenician. There you go. Which is different than a Phoenician. Like, worlds different. Okay. And I've just got one more little jewel here. I love these champagne jewels. I'm so hoping they are in the new catalog. So hoping. And that is our chinchilla card front right there. Just like that. Okay. Now, on the inside, I have got a Whisper White panel, and I'm going to stamp another Sentimente, and we're going to make this another birthday card. So yes, I think I will call it Happy Birthday. Let's use birthday since that's what I want it to be. Oh dear, what a mess I made. That's not the one. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? It didn't go where. Oh, hang on a second. I think it's over here. Yes, it's over here. Just a minute. Let me make sure this is the right size. It is. I just don't know why I didn't put it with my stash of stuff. Possibly because I'm goofy. Oh, did I tell you that I think they're saying that the pollen level is like 8,000 here today? That is really, really a lot. I'm saying that is really, really high. Hi, Stephanie. Thanks, Julie. Okay, and I'm just using Old Olive, and I'm going to put this right in the middle of my Whisper White panel. Like that. Don't press down. I'm just adding just a little pressure so that the ink gets in there real goodly. Real goodly. And then I'm going to take my little splatter dot image, and that is in Thoughtful Blooms. And I'm going to use a little bit of Stamped Off Once Petal Pink for around my sentiment. Because, you know, Petal Pink is not terribly dark, but it makes an impact. So I'm just putting it kind of lightly. Like that. Okay. And then I'm going to take the big branch image and stamp it in the bottom corner with Old Olive. Now, I'm going to tell you straight, this is different than how I did on the prototype because I'm a dork. So this is how the prototype looked. And I'm going to change it up just a little bit because I really wanted to use this image more than I wanted to play around with those branches again. So that's what I did. And being that it is my card, I can do what I want on it. Okay. Now I'm going to take my outline image and I'm going to put it right in the middle here, just like that. And I didn't get a real good stamp, so I'm just going to help it a little bit with my Stamp-N-Write marker. I think I tell most people who are new customers, certainly, I highly recommend that you have any ink color that matches your favorite DSP or DSPs. And then once you have the stamp pad, have the refill and the marker that goes with it, because then you're always ready to fix a little stamping boo-boo like I just had and like I just did. So now I'm going to go ahead and take the fill image and fill it in with Petal Pink, just like on the front. Okay. And a center. Oh, centers. Where did you go, my centers? Oh, centers, my centers. Centers, my centers. Where are you, my centers? And then I think I'll do a little one here. Like that. Made that a mess. Made a little mess there. Okay. Yeah, don't really like that. Kind of bumming me out. But it'll be okay. It'll be okay. All right, and then I'm going to adhere this to a mat of petal pinkness. And then into my mint macaron card face. You need some rain. Oh God, yes we do. You know, it rained last week like 2 days in a row, and I thought for certain sure that the pollen would be gone, and my certain sureness was certainly wrong. And so we'd had the windows open for days because it was gorgeous. It was just gorgeous. And oh my Lord, I had pollen everywhere. And then my worst nightmare came true on Friday morning. My phone rang at about 8:20, and it was my housekeeper. And always when that happens, it means she's not coming. And I need a moment of silence when that happens, because I really, really look forward to Fridays when the house is nice and tidy. So Wayne and I spent an hour or two doing some emergency vacuuming and pollen removal, because it was every freaking where. And now we have the windows closed. Hopefully it will rain. It's supposed to rain tomorrow morning, so hopefully it will rain, and hopefully it will rain and the pollen will be gone. I'm going to try to fix that flower because it's bugging me. It's really bugging me a lot. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put this over the top. Just like that. And then I'm going to stamp the middle. I can make this work. I can make this work. Like so. Except I didn't. Apparently I didn't put ink on all of the petals. Have to put ink on all of the petals for it to work. And so then I'm going to put another one, because, you know, rule of threes. Rule of threes. That's okay. It'll be good. It's all good. It's all real good. There we go. Now it looks even more like the prototype to begin with. Yay! I always hate it when I confuse people when something I've done on Saturday evening doesn't look like what is in the blog on Sunday. So there we go. Thanks, Daryl. Appreciate that. Thank you, Faith. You don't need the rain. Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, that's kind of the problem, is it's not like we actually need rain, but we desperately need the pollen to go down. It's terrible. And the bad part about the pollen right now is, you know, pollen and allergy symptoms, when part of you thinks there could be, you know, COVID-19 lurking right outside the door, it makes you think, oh my goodness, hello, have I got COVID-19? No, it's the same pollen allergies you've had for all of my 29 years. But no, I have to have a little panic fit about it, because that's just how I roll. It's very annoying. But we'll get it gone, and then it'll be summer. Today was almost summer, like it was like 80. It was, I mean, gorgeous. It really was beautiful. But it will soon be warm. Finney is pretty happy that the air conditioner's on. He likes the air. He lays in the kitchen right in front of, there's a floor vent, you know, under one of the cabinets, and he lays right there, so it blows right on him. He likes that. He likes that a lot. Okay, here we go. Popping this front on with Stampin' Dimensionals. And there we go. Perfecto. We'll do a quick little envelope and be doneske. Doneske, I says to you, we'll be doneske. Thanks, Pam. Thank you, Dawn. And where's my, that's my husband's favorite saying. Where's my? Which is to say, he doesn't know where anything is. Usually right when he's looking right at it. But, you know, it's all good. It's all good. 73, Julie. Oh, yeah. And boy, we were watching the weather. There's some wicked tornadoes going right up the little town just north of Memphis. Did you know there's a place called Bodacious, and it's either Bodacious, Arkansas or Bodacious, Tennessee? I'm not sure which, but there's a little town named Bodacious, and they've had a little weather today. All right, so another terracotta tile, and we'll fill it with some petal pink. Yeah, it was a bad looking storm. They could see it on the radar, you know, and see it throwing stuff up. Not throwing up, but throwing stuff up. Okay, shh, stop talking, Mary. Do your job. There you go. Golly. All of a sudden, my hand is not pushing down in evenly. There we go. All right, so now, let's see. Flower centers. Oh, flower centers. Where are you, flower centers? There we are. Okay. We're going to make a few little flowers, and this time I'm not going to screw it up. No, I am not. Nope, I am not. You can't make me. There we go. Like that. Okay. All right. Agree that allergies on my case it's more than I know. I don't have it, but when I do have to go to the store, I sneeze or cough. Oh yeah, absolutely. They give you the stink eye, definitely. So you know you're trying to hold it in, and there's really nothing you can do. You can't hold a sneeze in. The harder you try, the less likely you are to be successful with sneeze holding, right? No, sneeze holding just doesn't work. It's not even a thing, I don't think. Not even a thing. No. And then I'm just putting a little more of this DSP right on my envelope flap. Another scary fussy cut coming, Amy. You'll be okay. She may not even still be with us. She may have been like, God, she's just off the rails tonight. Just being weirder than anything. Oh, I know. I was talking about collards. She doesn't like collards. I don't understand. Speaking of, I got to put a pot of pinto beans on tonight. Okay. All right. And there is our card, folks. So Witty Cisms gave us our sentiment on the front and our little chinchilla person. And then the Thoughtful Blooms stamp set, $50, free with a $50 order from Celebration. Hi, Llewellyn. And also we've got some more flowers and leaves, also from Thoughtful Blooms. And then I also used, how many more times do you think I can say also? Many, probably. I used the small bloom punch, also in the Celebration catalog flyer, and it is available for with a $100 order. You'll get it for free. So you can, with a $150 order, you can get Thoughtful Blooms and the small bloom punch and be ready to go. And look at the pretty little sentiments. Don't forget these. I'm always amazed, but never surprised by your thoughtfulness. Thank you and congratulations. Those are the Thoughtful Blooms images. Okay, what I wanted to tell you about is if y'all are interested in 31 products, totes and thermals and all sorts of wonderful things like that, we're having a 31 Facebook party for my team. It's all the people in my team, and it is, you'll be able to find it. There's a link to it on my Stamps-N-Lingers Facebook page, so you can go there and click the link and join. Click the link tonight and RSVP that you're going, and then join us at 3 o'clock tomorrow. We've got Prize Patrol. We're giving away 8 gifts, all 31 gifts. And we're going to have some posts about our products and some games, and it should be fun. Only about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, depending on how chatty some of us get. It'll be fun. I hope you'll join us. And I appreciate you joining me tonight. And let's see, this is Saturday, so I will see you on Thursday at 1 o'clock on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much, you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Continue to stay safe. Continue to stay healthy. And we'll make it all the way through this trying time that we've got. And try not to kill any of your kids, okay? Give them a timeout. Send them to the principal, Dad. But don't kill them. Okay, we'll see you guys. Thanks. Bye-bye.